Have you ever wondered if ancient scriptures might have actually predicted the world we're living in right now? Well, today, we're going to dive deep into some incredible Hindu prophecies. These texts describe the end of our current cosmic era, the Kali Yuga, and they lay out some pretty specific signs that it's all coming to a head.
And let me tell you, the source material for this doesn't pull any punches. It literally says that the things written in these texts can give you goosebumps. And honestly, they're not wrong. We are about to unpack a story that is, well, both terrifying and incredibly profound. So, our story kicks off with a figure you might know from the epic Mahabharata, King Yudhishthira. Now, he's just won this massive, world-altering war, but instead of feeling relieved, he's filled with this deep, nagging anxiety about what comes next.
You see, the age he was living in, the Dvapara Yuga, is coming to a close, and all the signs are pointing to a new, much darker era, the Kali Yuga. He's worried about the slow decay of righteousness, of dharma, and what that's going to mean for all of humanity. So naturally, he turns to the one person who might have some real answers, Sri Krishna.
But here's the thing. Krishna doesn't just sit him down and give him a lecture. Nope. Instead, he sets up this strange, kind of mysterious test for Yudhishthira and his four brothers. It's a journey that's going to show them the future in a way they could never, ever expect.
He tells them, "Look, I want the five of you to go into this deep, dense forest, just observe whatever weird, unusual things you happen to see, and then come back and tell me about them." Only after they've had these experiences firsthand will he finally explain what this coming age is all about.
And the things they saw were truly bizarre. I mean, we're talking about surreal, symbolic puzzles. Each brother saw something completely different, and each vision held a secret key to understanding the future. Let's take a look at what they found.
First up, Yudhishthira sees something that just shouldn't exist, a huge elephant with not one, but two trunks. And it's just rampaging, tearing the world apart with this monstrous, unnatural power.
Then Arjun sees a bird. And get this, its wings are covered in the sacred scriptures, the holy Vedas. But what is this sacred-looking creature doing? It's eating the flesh of a corpse. It's this incredibly jarring, disturbing contradiction.
Bim comes across a sight that twists the idea of motherly love into something horrifying. He sees a mother cow licking her brand new calf, but she's doing it with such an intense, obsessive affection that she's actually making the poor calf bleed. Sahadev stumbles upon this really strange scene. There are 6 wells, all of them filled to the brim with fresh water, but they're surrounding a 7th, much deeper well right in the middle. And that central well is bone dry. It's a total paradox of scarcity right in the middle of abundance.
And finally, Nicole watches this massive boulder come barreling down a mountain. It's crushing everything in its path, huge trees, other rocks, you name it. But then, this unstoppable force comes to a dead stop the moment it touches a single, tiny, fragile plant. So, as you can imagine, the brothers return and they are completely baffled. I mean, what on earth did any of that mean? And this is the moment where it all comes together. Krishna reveals that these weren't just random weird sights. Oh no, each one was a prophecy, a direct glimpse into the true nature of the Kali Yuga.
And the interpretations are chilling. Okay, so that two-trunked elephant, that represents the rulers of the Kali Yuga, who will exploit their people from every possible angle. The sacred bird eating flesh, that's about the learned, the scholars, who will have all this knowledge, but will use it for greed and personal gain, not for piety. The bleeding calf, a symbol for parents whose smothering, overwhelming love will actually cripple their own children, preventing them from ever standing on their own 2 feet. That empty well in the middle of full ones, well, that's a wealthy society that has so much, but completely ignores the needs of those closest to them, even their own family. And that giant boulder stopped by a tiny plant, that's a powerful message. No amount of wealth or power can save you from your downfall. But faith, even as small and fragile as that tiny plant, can stop anything.
But these prophecies go way beyond just social decay. According to the Garuda Purana, there are 5 physical signs that will mark the very end of the age. And trust me, these are far more apocalyptic.
The first sign is a shocking, fundamental change in humanity itself.
Get this, human life expectancy is going to plummet to just 20 years. People will start showing signs of old age when they're only 12. Can you imagine? Society and family as we know it would just break down.
The second sign points to a total and complete collapse of what we even consider morality.
All the social norms we take for granted will just be flipped upside down. Things like chastity will become a rarity. People will abandon all spiritual practices. We're talking everything from marriage rituals to last rites. Even basic hygiene will just be forgotten as society basically devolves.
Okay, the third sign, it's a devastating blow against the natural world itself.
Nature itself will start to die. Trees will stop bearing fruit or even flowers. Agriculture is going to collapse, and humanity will be forced to become almost entirely carnivorous, to the point where even sacred animals are valued only for their meat.
And of course, that leads directly into the fourth sign, a great global famine.
Rain will become a thing of the past as a severe drought grips the entire planet. Crops will fail, fruits will have no juice, and people will just be tormented by constant hunger and thirst, fighting each other over the last scraps.
And that brings us to the fifth and final sign, which is the most terrifying vision of them all, the literal end of the world.
First, our own sun will suck up every last drop of water from the earth. Then, 7 suns will appear in the sky, and their combined heat will incinerate absolutely everything, turning all of creation to ash. A total, final, fiery end.
So, after all that, fire, destruction, ash, you might think, well, that's it then. Game over. But in this cosmic view, an end is never just an end. It really makes you ask the question, right? Is total annihilation the final chapter, or is there something else going on here?
And the scriptures are clear. This cataclysm isn't a final stop. It's a cosmic reset button. It is a purification. Because out of the ashes of the Kali Yuga, a new, purer, more righteous age is destined to be born, starting the great cycle all over again. It's a powerful reminder that even in the absolute darkest prophecies, there is always a glimmer of renewal.